gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie's Nightly News. On to the headlines. Less than 1 hour left before the deadline set for submitting the presidential candidacy applications, and so far several candidates are running for this highest state position. The baccalaureate results are announced in euphoria, and 52.28% is the national success rate. Algeria calls for adopting a new partnership strategy vision linking the AU with the different world partners. And Morocco keeps plundering the Western Saharan natural resources with an expansionist policy meant to legitimate its occupation. Welcome back. We kick off with the upcoming major national event, namely the elections of September the 7th. The National Independent Authority for Elections, ANI, reminds candidates who proceeded to the withdrawal of individual signature subscription forms that the deadline for the submission of the candidacy statement is slated for the 18th of July, meaning in an hour from now. Additionally, candidates must personally submit their candidacy application to the president of ANI and the receiver C in accordance with the Constitution in the aforementioned ordinance. So far, several candidates aspiring to be president for the presidential elections have filed their nomination papers. On the last day of the candidacy deadline, the candidates aspiring for the presidential elections of September the 7th kept filing their nomination papers at the level of the ANI headquarters of the National Independent Election Authority here in Algiers. Melissa Kabash has a roundup of this eventful day at ANI's headquarters.
The aspiring candidate for the upcoming presidential elections, Abdelmajid Tebboune, was welcomed at the headquarters of the National Independent Authority for Elections, ANI, where he was received by the head of this authority. The aspiring candidate handed over the nomination papers as well as the individual signature forms as stipulated by the organic law related to elections.
الآخرين وكما ينص عليه القانون جئت لإيداع ملف الترشح رسميا.
Abdelmajid Tebboune thanked on this occasion all those supporting him, be they individuals, political parties, organizations, and citizens, hoping that the ANI will accept his file. Congratulating all those who succeeded in the baccalaureate exam, wishing them more success in the future. He also wished the best for our athletes taking part in the upcoming Olympic Games.
بعد أيام فقط في الألعاب الأولمبية إن شاء الله يكونوا من الفائزين ويرفعوا العالم الجزائري في المنافسات الدولية.
The head of the Society Movement for Peace, Abdelali Hassani Sharif, also handed over at the level of the National Independent Authority for Elections his candidacy for the upcoming presidential elections scheduled for September the 7th. Mr. Abdelali Hassani Sharif stated that taking part in these elections is their responsibility as an active political party at the level of the national scene. It is a must for the party to be present through its candidate, program, and economic and political vision.
رؤاه اقتصادية والسياسية لمعالجة كل القضايا التي تعني الوطن.
The General Secretary of the Algerian Rally, Tariq Zaghdoud, for his part, as well submitted his file for the upcoming elections. Mr. Zaghdoud stated that the party decided to participate in the presidential elections as it is a means to consolidate democracy, national unity and development.
أيضا فتح الوظائف خريج الجامعات.
Shabi Salem handed over his candidacy for the upcoming presidential elections at the level of the National Independent Authority for Elections. For his part, he wished to be among the lucky ones who will have the chance to run for the highest state position. He also addressed a message to the Algerian people in which he pledged to serve the country and its people.
وأن أكون الخادم الوفي لشعبي. المجد والخلود لشهدائنا الأبرار. تحيا للجزائر ويحيى الشعب الجزائري.
The General Secretary of the Socialist Force Front, Youssef Aouchiche, presented as well his candidacy for the upcoming presidential elections at the National Independent Authority for Elections. Mr. Aouchiche stated that they've entered these elections with conviction, considering it as a strategic choice imposed by the political and national needs that they will work to meet. Within this regard, they've opted for participating.
زرع الأمل بدل الاستسلام للتشاؤم والإحباط.
The candidate Labadi Bel-Abbas also handed over his candidacy to the National Independent Authority for Elections. On this occasion, Mr. Labadi indicated that each candidate has its own program with a steadfast belief that Algeria had great human and financial resources able to make a difference.
نوفمبر 54 استطاعت أن تحرر البلاد من القيود. أما كلمة روح نوفمبر فهي لها معاني جامعة.
Finally, was the aspiring candidate Zubida Assoul submitted its candidacy at the level of the headquarters of the National Independent Authority for Elections. In her statement, Mrs. Zubida indicated that this event will be a turning point in Algeria's future at all levels, displaying, by the way, the obstacles she faced while collecting signatures.
مستوى مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي وهذا هو الشيء اللي كان متاح بالنسبة لنا. قدرنا نستقطبوا جزء كبير من هذه الفئة الشبانية اللي نعتقدوا باللي المستقبل لها هي.
The submission is ongoing to include two more candidates, namely Hamadi Abdel Karim and Layib Raouf, with other potential candidates within the remaining minutes until midnight. To another major event in the country, which is the announcement of the Baccalauréat results. To that end, the aspiring candidate for the presidency, Abdelmajid Tebboune, congratulated those who succeeded the exams, wishing them all the best. Following the announcement of the results of the Baccalaureate exam for the June 2024 session, this year's candidates of Ashbal al-Ummah, or the cadets of the nation's schools, recorded excellent results, with 952 male and female candidates obtaining the baccalaureate degree with a success rate of 97.95%, while female cadets achieved a success rate of 100%. On this occasion, Army General Chief of Staff of the PNA, Saïd Shingriha, extends his congratulations to the laureates and the staff who contributed to achieving these honorable results, wishing them more success and brilliance. These excellent and qualitative results reflect the special attention that the High Command of the PNA pays to the schools of the nation's cadets, the high level that distinguishes the schools, as well as the diligence and dedication of the teachers and managers who watch over their excellence in the human, material, and pedagogical means and capabilities that the leadership of the PNA harnesses to these schools. The results were announced at 4 p.m. sharp with a national success rate of 58.28%. That's 7.67% more than last year. The Education Minister stated that this exam is recording a qualitative leap. Congratulations to all those who succeeded the exam, and best of luck next year to those who didn't. After the baccalaureate was announced and the best winners were revealed, they got the highest degrees at the national level, opening for them a large horizon for a successful career. Let's discover these brilliant pupils with Ines Killo.
It is here in Al-Hajjout in Tipaza province that Mohamed Amin ranked first place nationwide for the 2024 baccalaureate exam with high degrees, topping the national average with 19.62, the outcome of years of hard work and determination for this young aspiring to achieve excellence.
It was a year full of challenges. I'm very happy to have successfully reached my goal, thanks to the support of our teachers, but also to my strenuous efforts and preparation over the last 3 years.
Despite considerable health difficulties, Ala from the town of Al-Gmar in Al-Wad displayed unfailing determination throughout her school career. Her efforts and perseverance have been crowned with success. She is a national winner in the special needs category.
مشواري الدراسي من الابتدائي.
Since primary school, I've always loved studying. However, in my final year of high school, my health took a turn for the worse due to Calvin's disease, which affected my life, as I had not to take only care of myself, but also prepare for the baccalaureate exam. Thank God I passed, and I'm extremely proud of what I've achieved. I intend to continue my studies in dentistry.
Renowned for his exemplary discipline, rigor, and seriousness, Riyad has paved his way to the top. He is a laureate of cadets school in Algeria. His academic record denotes his full dedication and love for studies.
After nearly 7 years at the cadet school, I am very happy to have obtained 19.20 in my baccalaureate in mathematics. It's a very good result and I'm very proud of it.
With their unwavering dedication and passion for academic excellence, these laureates embody the spirit of ambitious and inspired youth ready to conquer the future with determination.
In diplomacy, and during the proceedings of the 45th session of the African Union's Executive Council, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Ahmed Attaf, called from Accra in Ghana for a new strategic vision for the partnership binding the African Union with different international actors. Tasked by the President of the Republic, Minister Attaf renewed in his statement on the item related to the Committee of Permanent Representatives, Algeria, reiterated its support to the draft of February 2023, which includes a policy and strategic framework of partnerships, stressing the necessity to define the identity of these partnerships by establishing the African Union as the primary side in all the current and future partnerships. As for financial and administrative issues, the Foreign Minister underlined the need to intensify collective efforts to ensure sustainable self-financing of the organization with African resources to ensure it's independent of its positions and sovereignty of its decisions. On the sidelines of the proceedings of the ministerial session, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, held bilateral meetings with his counterparts from the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, the Republic of Rwanda. The meetings discussed consultation and coordination on various issues on the agenda and means to move forward in bilateral relations in various fields. Amid the absence of rescue measures, Palestinian children, women, and men are stuck for hours, if not days, under the rubble of their own houses. The death toll keeps increasing while the Zionist killing machine is continuing its barbaric crimes, despite the increasing demands of the international community for an immediate ceasefire. Minan Math.
At the Nusayrat camp in Gaza, hours were spent trying to extract the bodies of children and women stuck under the rubble of a house targeted by the Zionist army. Palestinian civil defense teams managed to recover the body of newborn Yamal Miqdad. His father, Mahmoud, unable to believe his loss, tried in vain to revive him before realizing Yamal was now among the Palestinian martyrs. Since the Zionist army's assault on Gaza started on October 7th, thousands have fallen daily. The relentless military offensive continues to claim more innocent lives, with grieving parents and entire families enduring daily tragedies witnessed by the world. Innocent civilians remain the targets of the Zionist forces. Yamal is one of the thousands of martyrs of Gaza, a city turned into an open-air cemetery by the Zionist occupation. Its alleys, neighborhoods, hospitals and refugee camps are all turning into rivers of blood, leaving survivors helpless against a Zionist barbarity. More than 9 months have already gone by since the beginning of the Zionist aggression against Gaza, and the humanitarian situation remains dire. Shortage of food products and medicine, a complete destruction of hospitals and infrastructure, as well as mass killings against refugee camps, while Palestinians, victims of a true genocide, wait for justice to be served.
For several years now, Western Sahara, the last colony in Africa, has been enduring theft and plundering of all kinds of resources by the Moroccan occupation, which plans to strengthen its presence and acts with illegal agreements within the EU. Story by Menan Maafo.
Morocco is intensifying the systematic plundering of Western Sahara's resources. This includes mining operations, renewed illegal agreements with the EU for exploiting marine resources, and now extending to deals with the Zionist entity for oil and gas exploitation in the eastern and western border areas.
Among the top resources plundered by Morocco is phosphate, generating approximately 400 to 450 million USD annually. European maritime fishing yields about 45 million euros per year with the rise of renewable energy projects. It is projected that by 2027, total production in Western Sahara will reach 1.925 megawatts. This could generate annually revenues for 2 billion USD, with profit margins potentially exceeding 75%.
While the Makhzen regime continues to usurp Western Sahara's resources, most Sahrawis are forced to live in miserable conditions without any benefit.
Numerous prisons have been built inside Morocco and the occupied cities of Western Sahara. Thousands of Sahrawis, including women, children, men, and the elderly, are detained in these prisons, deprived of even the most basic rights.
The plundering and theft of Sahrawi resources, along with fundamental human rights violations, are crimes that have persisted for years under the Moroccan occupation. These actions prolong the conflict and the suffering of a people determined to fight for their independence.
As we've seen in our previous bulletins, several groups of children from the Algerian diaspora set foot on Algerian soil for a summer vacation in various provinces of the country, this time in Shilf province. More on this initiative, organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports in collaboration with the Grand Mosque of Paris, Udina Skillu.
Soon after their arrival, our nationals, kids abroad, couldn't hide their joy. They would be able to spend their vacations in their country of origin and share moments of happiness. The organizers had worked out a varied program for them, which would not only enable them to have fun, but above all, to forge lasting friendships. It was in particular warm atmosphere that the children from Shilf to Ashtiya welcomed their brothers from abroad.
Algeria is my country and your country as well. You're welcome in your country. We are all Algerians, we are all Muslims, we are all sisters and brothers. I like the way they welcomed us. It was very warm. Thank you, Mr. the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, for this lofty initiative. A pleasant and fun atmosphere prevails in the program, while Algerian children present a brotherly image that transcends distance. In the program, these summer days, visits to historic and tourist sites, trips to discover the natural wonders of Shilf province, and of course, moments of sharing and coexistence among children. I like this summer camp. All my thanks to the President of the Republic.
For 10 days, children will be visiting several places in the province of Shilf, and a wide range of activities are also planned during their stay.
The group is made up 72 people, including 61 children and 11 accompanying adults representing the national community established in France. They will spend their summer vacations at the Arab Ahmed Youth Camp in Tunis locality. Shilf is expecting as well a second group of our nationals kids on July 24.
The end. Thank you to our technicians and journalists, and thank you for watching. Take care.